Welcome to the Great Awakening Hour. As soon as I hit go live, Allie goes, "Oh shit!" And you can't reverse the process.
No.
What was that all about?
My heat pad was burning my ass.
Oh shit, indeed.
Yeah, it was ouch. So I was trying to pull it out. Meanwhile, of course, I've got no bra on. And so, yes, not good.
Oh my. Yeah.
So professional we are. Very.
I know.
Why do people watch us, love? I don't get it. I don't get it.
They come for you.
No,
the hottest goddess.
They come because we're real and we don't give a flying what's it. I am vain though, but I'm not vain enough to tell you that I need to paint my nails. Look. So I'm going to be painting them down here, okay? Just so you know. Multitasking.
I think people appreciate, like you said, that we're real. You know, we don't put on any false pretenses. If you see us at your mom's house, we're just like this. Actually, this is, I will say there one thing. This is kind of dialed back. I will say that because when we're together, we're just like this, but you guys get the picture.
A bit naughtier. We're just a bit more playful and, you know, carefree and obviously, you know, so yeah.
Yeah.
And my mum's got, you know, she can be terrible sometimes as well. So she's funny.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mama.
We know you're watching.
Yeah, be tomorrow, but we know she's watching.
Yep. First one to check in tonight is Starfeather.
Hi, Starfeather.
There's Lorraine, number 2.
Hi, Lorraine.
Can you tell what nights and times you're on In5D? And as I don't get notifications, you can never find you except Tuesday nights.
Well, you see, usually I can do my astrology sometimes on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Monday. But this week I didn't do.
Or not at all.
It all depends on when I can fit it in around my family. So it's not necessarily a regular. And I don't schedule them. So you don't get a notification build up because I have to go around my pain levels. So if I scheduled it, the chances are I wouldn't be able to do it. So
and I've told Allie that it's okay if you miss a week because of your pain levels and your schedule, that you guys will understand. You see her rocking and you know she's in pain, and you know she's already rocking right now. So please send her loving, healing energy. And
I
she
hate
feels horrible.
I hate missing it. I do.
Yeah. I see Patrice checked in.
Hi, Patrice.
And said I couldn't make it Sunday. I was working on a book.
I know, I read that. Well done. What book is it? You might have told me already, but I've blinked since then.
Playgirl magazine. Is that what you were working on?
I used to write erotica. I did.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Interesting. You'll have to send me some snippets.
If I can find it. I will send it. I don't know where I put it.
Maybe I'll publish them on In5D VIP.
No. Now they'll be for your eyes only.
Okay. Hi to Lori and Chrissy checking in.
Hi, Lori. Hi, Chrissy.
And hi to Franca from Canada. Or Franca from Canada.
Hello, Franca. Here's Bear. Yes,
there's Bear.
Say hi. Hi.
I thought you said he was going to be at your mom's house.
No, Tink is.
Oh, Tink. For good?
Might be.
Aw.
I know. He She hates him with vengeance at this moment in time. She's viciously hating him. She looks at him. If she hears his bell, she's hissing, teeth shown and everything. If I try and calm her down, she goes to bite me. She's seriously, yeah.
What
And
about
then she stays outside, and it's cold. She sleeps outside. She stays outside. She comes in. She darts in, eats as quick as possible, making herself ill anytime that she knows he's out. And then as soon as she hears his bell again, she'll stop eating and dart off again, won't come back in.
her own baby? How about when when he finally gets fixed? Are you going to try testing it out then?
Yes, I will try. I will try him then. Yes.
They all have that commonality of sticking their ass in the camera.
No, it's his tail. It's like.
Did you get this?
Oh,
Patrice
no,
shared twice, liked twice. Thank you, Patrice. We appreciate that.
Heat that up. How many times is that? Sorry, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Shared twice, liked twice, Patrice.
So 4. Darling, You're not really helping my baby.
And hi to Frank Williams. That's a new name, I think. Hi, Frank.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. And Frank says, Allie, you are adorable. I agree. She is.
I'm crazy, Cray. Yeah, but thank you, Frank.
She's the hottest goddess through my eyes.
I'm glad you had that end bit. Yes. Thank you.
It's true. Well, yeah, it is. We watch you too because you two are awesome and a lot of fun. A lot of funny as hell. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Patrice.
Well, I can't say we try because we don't try.
It just is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just is. Lorraine says we watch because you're real and unpretentious. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
I would say I agree with that.
Yeah. There's
yes.
Vera's checking in. She shared.
Hey, Vera.
She was one of the recipients of pre-reading.
She won last time. She did, and there was one other, wasn't there?
Yeah, wasn't it Martel?
No, Martel's. That was the last time. There was another one. I will find it.
Speaking of Martel, that's who's checking in next.
Hi, Martel.
Chrissy says, please put my brother Park, Parke, on your healing list. He had a kidney removed today. Wow.
Of course. I will do that right now.
Yeah. Well, thank God we have 2 of them and we can get by on just one. But yeah, lots of loving, healing energy to Park. And Vera saying, sending loads of healing love energy to anyone who needs it. That's beautiful. Thank you, Vera.
Thank you, Vera.
She needs it. There's Quad B. How are you?
Hi. Everybody did so well at the free live psychic development class we did. I just want to say everybody who was there was some people were in the class and some people were in the chat, and everybody, it was like there was about 99% sure everything that they said they picked up on. The pictures of the past loved ones was bang on.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty awesome. So yeah.
Well, what's awesome is the teacher they had that was able to convey how to do it.
Oh, I just give encouragement and go, you can do this.
No, it's more than that. You teach them how to do it. A lot of people don't know. And you help provide the cues and what to look for and how to do it. That's an art. That's a talent. That's why you're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, darling. I love to do it. I love to see people's faces when they realize that they've got something and it's true. And, you know, especially if they're brand new at it and they realize that, hold on a minute, how on earth did I know that? And that's when the penny drops and they're like, oh, okay, there's something in this.
It's amazing how many latent talents and abilities that we all have that are just waiting to come out.
Doesn't matter what your age is, doesn't matter when you start your psychic development class, you know, your journey.
Yeah, that's right. Hi to Barbara and
Hi,
Susie.
Barbara. Hi, Susie.
Patrice
Yeah,
says
Susie was in the class, weren't you, Susie?
Patrice says it's a sci-fi book. Awesome.
Oh.
Franca liked and shared on X. Thank you for doing that. Thank you.
Franca, I've got to try and write down with my nails wet. Hold on, this is going to be tricky.
I'm glad we're seeing the chats from X also, because I know that when we go on Rumble, we can't see the live chat. We used to be able to.
Is it Giuga? Look at the state of that writing.
Yep.
I had to hold my pen like this.
Hi to Linda,
Hi, Linda.
our Canadian friend. Thanks for explaining. There's Brian in upstate New York. Incoming EBS coming soon as we get more indictments.
Well, we're ready. We've been ready. I know we know it's going to come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah.
We want this. I was saying to Greg that we are going to come on and do some days where we'll do global predictions. Okay, we're going to do that because we do miss it. There's a hell of a lot going on at the moment. And so we are missing that. So if you guys are missing that, let us know. You know, I like these too, but we might just jazz it up a little bit and change things about.
So Martel shared and liked, and so did Lorraine.
Hold on, Martel.
And there's Sharon, who liked and shared.
Hold on, Lorraine. Remember, I've got to have a little bit more time because I'm writing like a twit. Okay. It was Lorraine twice.
Yeah.
Martel twice and Sharon twice.
Bear is getting big. I remember when Tink was little, and I would call Tink Pumpkinhead because she had this huge pumpkin head. She grew into her body, and she's so adorable. She's so sweet, except a bear. It's too bad you can't have them both there.
I know. I really feel as if it will change when Bear's been neutered. I'm hoping so. He's such a sweetie. I can't believe he's done anything horrible to her. But if anyone picks anything up, let me know.
Well, Barbara just said that Tink is aware he's a male and not neutered. She's the alpha, but until he's taken care, snip, snip, he will dominate her alpha. So there you go, right on.
Now, he's been doing a little bit of that with the food.
Tonight's topic is synchronicity.
He'll try and take more than her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's interesting how you mentioned that, and then we clicked on Barbara's comment, and that this is one of the synchronicity types. Believe it or not, there's probably 7 or 8 or 9 different synchronicity types that we're going to be talking about. This is one of them. So, yeah, fascinating and great comment. Thank you, Barbara.
What's our topic again? It's
synchronicities.
Synchronicities.
Yeah.
No, Lisa. I thought it was numerology.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was.
No, I'm good with synchronicities. I'm good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Numerology is going to be next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you, Lisa.
Awesome. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jeremiah, too. I knew who each picture belonged to. I watched it the other day.
Oh.
Yeah, she does need that healing, loving energy. So thank you. And
who's that? What Tink?
No, it's for you.
Oh. Get me drugs sorted.
Allie is an awesome teacher, Sharon. She's
Oh,
and an awesome card reader. If you never had a reading by the hottest goddess, definitely. PsychicAlly.net.
it's also healing. I definitely feel that the readings, there's it is psychic counselling. And because the prices are low at the moment, there's a lot of people who are booking in on a regular basis. And having the psychic counselling, so it's a reading, but we're going into any issues or problems that people have, past, present, or future.
Right on. Regarding the development, psychic development, I had more in my head, but being my first time, I wasn't confident. Sometimes we overthink, or just.
That's brilliant though, Lorraine, because what that did is you've had your confidence built, because you know what you were thinking, and it wasn't because someone said something.
Jean Whitehead, Avon representative, welcome aboard to our show. And she's asking if you can please put Bonnie on your healing list. She got spaded today and is having a bad night. Aw.
Of course, it's going on right now.
So Patrice and Martel miss global predictions.
Okay. I thought we might. I thought it might be a little bit.
Quad B as well. We're trying to catch up with the comments here. We're almost caught up.
Yeah.
Allie just tickles my heart.
Poor Quad B. She was so sweet to me. Thank you, lovely. Because we had a meeting together and I was just in so much pain I couldn't carry on. And I didn't say anything to her, but she knew. She knew. Usually I'm really good.
You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say anything when you're doing
this. I don't think I was doing that.
You do it oftentimes without knowing. You do.
I know. But but still with that, even with rocking, I carry on.
Uh-huh.
But
True.
she knew that I couldn't do it anymore. And so she kindly let me go. Bless her. I appreciate it.
She said you might need to put multiple bowls around your place. That way Bear can't claim all the food.
They literally eat on my table in front of me. So
yeah,
I don't let them. But it's because there's energy there. It's an energy of dominance, isn't it? So they're not together anyway at the moment. But I think I'll start to do that, I think, more. Yeah, I don't know. I'll sort it out with them. But keep the advice coming.
Barbara says, I know I've seen it. I have a male adopted dog and female who was here as a puppy. The male does the same here, only he lets her eat first and protects her.
See, cats are cats, aren't they? They're a little bit sassy, and they're not as lovely natured sometimes as doggies, I think.
So there's a vote of confidence for you, Lorraine.
There you go,
Linda
Lorraine.
said you were amazing. Yeah.
True. Absolutely true.
Mr. Magic did claim all the food, which finally is calming down after 2 years.
Wow.
2 years. Martel wants you to put her daughter on the healing list, Val K, and her friend Krista L.
Val K and Krista L.
Yep. And there's our star sister, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
So, yeah, we're pretty much caught up. I got a little sunburnt today. First time I went to the beach for the first time in 2.5 months. No humidity, it was maybe 60% or something like that, which is nothing. Temperatures were in the mid 80s, which is about 29 Celsius. Water temperature is about 84. It was just a perfect day. I only went for a couple hours and I still got sunburned. But it's going to be like this. This is why the Floridians are here in Florida, because of this kind of weather that we have for the next 6-7 months. I did a Patreon live from Siesta Key Beach. You can find that on patreon.com/In5D. Check out a video that I put out to our Patreon subscribers live from the beach.
You can join for as little as $1.11. That in the UK, that's 88 pence. And believe it or not, that really does help. They all add up. So even if you join at that price, it really does help. Or you can go to VIP and get lots of new stuff. Everybody on VIP from this next week will get a free channeled reading. Okay, so it'll be a channeled reading that everybody who has joined VIP will get from myself every week. So, yeah, just to say thanks.
Yeah, and you can check that out on in5d.vip, where we have like all sorts of audio articles on selected articles and VIP master classes. I've got some new ones that Allie gave me, and we have our series VIP Speaks with AI, which is not only really informative but funny as well. We have a number of guided meditations, visual meditations, meme of the day, select conferences, In5D conferences and events that you can watch there, a huge PDF library, some audiobooks, a forum, and now we're going to be adding Allie's reading as well. So check that out, in5d.vip, for as little as $5.55 a month. So,
yeah, it's well worth it. And I'm going to keep putting some guided meditations on there, and classes as well. So they'll all be going on there.
Yep.
So there's some classes that you've done as well on there.
There are.
Yep.
There are.
You've done a dream analysis class, numerology class.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we'll be adding more, along with more meditations and guided meditations. Now, on the In5D Patreon, the articles that get released on in5d.vip, they are behind a paywall, but I do release them a day early on Patreon, so you get to see them a day early there. But for the same price, you can go to In5D VIP and get all that other stuff that I just told you about. And it's quite a bundle that you get for basically not very much a month. So yeah,
and
definitely.
It means so much.
It does. It does. And it's going to just keep growing and getting bigger and better. So thank you to those who have subscribed. I appreciate that.
Oh, and to anybody, there was a bit of a glitch on it. It's all sorted now. There was a glitch.
It should be. I hope so. If you have a problem, contact me. There's a million places. Probably through Facebook would be the best way. But, if you have any issues, I already emailed everyone and that are currently members there. And if you have any issues with accessing the site, tell me and I'll fix it and straighten it out. Should be okay, though. Should be good to go. So our topic today is synchronicities. How many times have you caught yourself having an 11:11 moment when you randomly look at the clock and it's 11:11 or whatever synchronistic number? How many times has someone said the exact same thing you're thinking about at the exact same moment that you thought about it? Synchronicity, yeah, it happens a lot. A lot of people don't take the time to notice, though. Synchronicity is the coming together of inner and outer events in a way that can't be explained by cause and effect, and that is meaningful to the observer. And that's the definition of the person who coined the word synchronicity, Carl Jung, a psychologist, of course, one of my favorite psychologists. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there are a number of different synchronicities. Most of us think, when we think of synchronicities, of it being a number synchronicity, but there are so many others. But yeah, the number synchronicities, the first one, like seeing those repetitive numbers like 1111, or your birthday, like if your birthday is July 14th, you might see 714, or you might see 14147 in the UK, where their numbers are the other way around. So, and you might see certain things, just in everyday life, on clocks, receipts. Go to the gas station, the gas pump might be 7.14 gallons, or you get change. You give somebody a $20 bill or 20 pounds, and you get $7.14 back. You might see a license plate that has like 555 on it. So these are number synchronicities. Do you get these often, my love?
I tend to dismiss I always do the 111s, 222s, 333s. I'd usually ignore the others. Although I was getting 1919, so I don't know what that represents. I'd have to look it up, but I was getting that. But when we first met, we had a list going of all the synchronicities, and we got to, I can't remember how much, and we then stopped because it was just so many things. It's like, yep, I got that as well, or yes, I experienced that, or yeah, this happened. And it was just so many. And, if you're with a partner that you really connect with, or family members, you'll probably find that as well, that you'll finish each other's sentences, even though it's something quite obscure that you're talking about. You'll pick up the phone at the same time as the other person does, or that they're in trouble, and you contact them, and it's like, I needed to speak to you at that precise moment. So these are all synchronicities, and but they are, are they quinkly dinks, or are they meant to be? I think they're meant to be. They're trying to tell you something.
We have so many synchronicities together, so many things, so many commonalities. It's obvious that I am you, you are me, you are my other half. And it couldn't be any more blatantly obvious that this is meant to be. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what we all need in life, isn't it? To have those, the universe kind of confirm what you're feeling. Not that you need it, but it's kind of nice.
Oh, it's awesome. I love those confirmations. Another one is a symbol synchronicity, and that would be repeatedly encountering specific symbols, like animals, shapes, or objects in meaningful contexts. For example, seeing butterflies everywhere after thinking about a loved one. I have an aunt whose husband passed, and she knows about In5D, and she knows, I'm very spiritual, metaphysical. She goes, I can tell you, but anyone else will think I'm loopy. She said that her husband visits her in butterfly form. And this isn't just once, but she'll go out to the garden, and this butterfly will do a figure 8 in and out of her legs. She goes, that's my husband, Joe. I said, I believe you. She goes, I knew you would.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys are clearly getting these coincidences, aren't you? So dream analysis, I had another lucid dream, and it was very alarming to the point I needed advice. So I messaged you, as I don't know anyone else I could tell. Oh, yes, you want to be... It was too late last night for me to... and then I got a phone call from my daughter. Life happens, Lorraine, I'm afraid. I had to shoot to my daughters because she was going, I can't cope with these kids. Take them. So I had to rush around there to be a nan all day. So, and then my mum needed me as well. So then I had to rush to my mum's, and then I rushed back here, and then I got ready, and then I came on here, and then like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes dreams are not always premonitions. Sometimes dreams are accumulation of your fears, worries, something you watched on TV, or, you know, somebody mentioned, or you watched it in a movie. You mix it all up together, and sometimes it regurgitates as a dream, but it's not always a premonition. I haven't read your message, but that's maybe what it might be.
Well, synchronistically, speaking of which, the next one is dream synchronicities. And those are experiences where dreams align with the waking life, such as dreaming of a specific place or person and then seeing them soon afterwards. So you have that synchronicity. Another one is an event synchronicity, and these are coincidental events that feel too perfect to be random, like running into someone you're just thinking about, or receiving a call about an opportunity right after considering it. It could even be sometimes like, did you ever think, and this has happened probably to all of us, where you think about somebody and they call you or text you as you're thinking about them. That happens between us a lot. I'm thinking about you and I was just about to call you, or you're just about to call me.
True. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We are, and I feel that the more we're getting in tune with our psychic energy, and, you know, we're getting more enlightened, and whatever you call that atlas, whatever you think that is, there is vibes coming from it, and that is to awaken more and more people, and I can feel the shifts coming. And so that is also helping people, especially people sometimes who may not have been that psychic, and then all of a sudden they'll start picking up things, and anyone who is very psychic is going to have that boost. So yeah, it's definitely helping, I believe.
Another synchronicity, and it's similar to what we just talked about, but a little different. This one is thought synchronicities, and that's when your thoughts align with someone else's simultaneously, like both people saying the same thing at the same time, or having identical ideas without prior discussion. So I think this has happened to many of us as well. Another
You're
one
wondering
is,
what I'm doing, aren't you?
no, not at all. Another one is time synchronicities, and this goes beyond number patterns like 1111. This includes events that are happening at a precise moment that feel magical, like glancing at the clock at the exact time something significant occurs. I know this happens to me a lot. I have a stove in the kitchen that has a clock on it, but when the power goes out, I never reset the clock. So it's never the right time. But when I go in there, that stove clock always has something on it, like my birthday or like 1111 or something. It's like this magical stove that's pumping out synchronistic numbers. So
Sorry, I didn't have time, did I? I was like rushing about before I got on here.
you know, the thing about synchronicities, you guys all get it. You know, Allie gets it. You know, everyone has that opportunity to capture any given moment in time and space. But Only some people are cognizant of the correlation between that present moment and its interaction with time and space. And that's what creates the synchronicity.
Yeah. And before you know about your spiritual side, these things happen and you don't take any notice of them. It's only kind of later on when things start happening quicker and more often. That's because the universe is saying, wake up. It's like, wake up. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah, that happened. Yeah. And so, you know, and butterflies are definitely linked with spirit. My goodness, yeah.
How old were you when you first started noticing these synchronicities?
You know, I'm crap at this, the age thing. I
About
know I was,
ballpark.
young, probably teenager, I think,
Wow.
before because I didn't understand it, wasn't around anything psychic.
Hmm.
I really wasn't. I mean, my mum has always been spiritual, but it's never been part of a conversation. So yeah, not when we were younger.
For me, it wasn't until probably early 2000s, like 2003, 2004, that I started picking up on the 1111. So I was, gosh, 40, in my early 40s when you understood it at a young age, not me. And it makes me wonder how many times I was given these synchronicities and they just flew over my head. And finally, my guys are like, yeah, he finally got it, jackass.
You was in your rock days, you know. You was a rocker. You was, you know, this is what you were doing. You know, I think I got interested at I think when I was 18, 19, that's when things started to really happen. My mum invited me to her spiritual circle at Canterbury Spiritualist Church with George Ashman, who was the first teacher. And he tried to push me too fast, too quick. I'm not one to be standing up in front of people. And he said, that's what you got to do this week. I said, oh, no, I don't want to do that. And so he pushed me and pushed me and pushed me to the point where it's embarrassing for me not to do it. And I hated it. And I left because it was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then, of course, tarot, I got introduced to tarot. And then there's a lot of synchronicities in tarot. And I tell you who's brilliant at that. It's Phil Christopher's. He will, anything that goes on, it's like he'll pick the number and then he'll pick the major arcana card that connects to that number. So if you haven't connected with Phil Christopher's, then I really would. He's on YouTube, isn't he? Have you got any links for him? I know he's just come back to YouTube. He's definitely on Rumble.
Yes, he's on Rumble.
Try and find him on Rumble.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we find him, either Gregg or I will put links to
Definitely.
Phil Christopher's and he also does a lot of Reiki shares. He's so lovely with his time, and he also does Schumann resonance as well. So yeah, highly recommend.
Very talented and gifted gentleman.
Very, and so genuinely lovely. He can sometimes, because he's got only sight in one eye, he can come across as scary sometimes. He'll say the same thing, because when he's trying to concentrate, he's coming right up to the camera. So I'm telling you now, he's such a wonderful character, and I get wizard vibes with him.
Yeah.
He was a wizard, and I reckon it was Merlin energy with him. Swear to God.
Yep. I can see that energy in him. Definitely.
Yeah. And he's also been a huge supporter of Gregg and I on this show as well. So yeah, if you do get a chance to go over there and say hi to him, that would be lovely. Yeah, tell us your stories. Tell us your story about your synchronicities, and you know, who are they with? Are they with a friend, a partner? Are they with family members? You know, are you connected to butterflies? How do you connect with spirit energy? Is it through numbers? Is it through feelings that you get? You know, let us know. This is the beauty of these of the Tuesdays at the moment. This is what we wanted. We want to interact with you guys and find out your experiences as well.
And this probably ties into next week with the numbers, numerology, but you know, oftentimes you might see a penny on the ground, or you know, a quarter, a nickel, whatever, a pence. You know, what I always do, the first thing I do is I look at the date and then I break it down. And sometimes it breaks down into the numerology kind of number, the or synchronicity number, the 11. Sometimes you know, it might break down to a 1, where I'm thinking, okay, some new beginnings coming. Or if it breaks down to a 9, you know, I'm about to complete something. A 5, change is coming. It's the first thing I do when I find a coin, and then I say, thank you, universe, for the abundance, even if it's a penny.
I need to do that, because that's something I don't do, and I think that would be quite fun. Let's task everybody to do that. If you see a coin, take notice and maybe take a photograph of it so it reminds you to let us know.
I'm just going to drop coins around you just to watch you bend over.
Oh, you. So Barbara says, my smoke detectors beep when I need a yes. Okay, just happens whenever, not normal smoke detector patterns. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird, isn't it? Seeing a lot of magpies. Is magpies at synchronicity? Yeah, you see, I don't know if you have the same thing. It's like 1 magpie means that, 2 magpies mean this, 3 magpies mean that. You have to say, hello, Mr. Magpie, how's your wife? If you don't say that, then you get bad luck. Have you got any of that?
I never heard that.
Has anybody else heard that? Well, Lorraine's UK, so yeah, she would know. I believe a robin is our lost loved one. It's when that particular bird does something unique and away from the other birds. When my mum's boyfriend passed, he joked and said he's going to come back as a bird. Okay. There was a bald budgie, and he was bald. Okay. So just saying, there was a bald blackbird that came and sat on the fence looking in at her every morning when she was washing up. It just sat there and looked in at her, and she knew it was him. So yeah, these things happen.
I know Dolores Cannon mentions cardinals, red cardinals, often, you know, being very metaphysical. Mm-hmm.
It'd be very spooky if we saw one, because they don't come here. We don't have them. We don't have red cardinals. No.
Wow, I did not know that.
I'd like there to be. That would be so lovely.
Because I figured all the animals there are basically the same as they are here. Well, at least up in New York, because when you put the theory of Pangea together, and continental drift, if you put them all together, all the continents kind of line up with each other. And that's why, you know, the weather there is almost identical to where, well, of course it is, to where I grew up in upstate New York, almost identical. Even the same seasonal allergies there that I had in upstate New York.
Yeah.
But no cardinals.
No cardinals. No, I wish there was. I think they're really beautiful.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 9, my younger brother was throwing rocks, and I remember thinking he was going to accidentally hit Mary in the head. And shortly after that, he accidentally hit her. So you were getting premonitions back then, Patrice. Yeah.
That explains a lot about Mary.
We're teasing, Mary. We're teasing, honestly. We love Mary. We love Mary.
Do.
Very intuitive, very psychic sisters, these are. Very. You guys have all met Mary and Patrice, by the way. You guys have all met them. They were two lovely sisters who came on and talked about UFO experiences. Yeah. Transformation. Yeah.
Yeah. Cardinals. Yeah. Barbara's saying in Wisconsin, they rarely get cardinals there.
Okay. Yeah.
We have them here, Florida.
I wonder why.
Hmm.
I was on a live with Seer Jenny Lee a few nights ago. I was not paying great attention and saw everyone putting numbers in comments. Not sure what was happening. I put in number 17 and 1A, and it will carry on in a minute. It will carry on. I won a live reading with Jenny. Well done, Linda. Yeah.
Buena chicken dinner.
Absolutely. Think how transformation fits into your life. It could be changes coming or something needs to change. Yeah. This is it. You know, when we did the spiritual animals last week, has anybody had any experiences with animals since then? You know, anything come up that you think, aha? You know, have you noticed anything like you had your woodchuck, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had any other experiences because you had the raccoons, didn't you? What do raccoons mean? Because you had baby raccoons in your. Have you seen them recently?
Yeah, I looked it up, and I don't have the description in front of me. I'll look it up real quick though on Facebook.
Yeah. I love it. So Chrissy's never heard about magpies. I find dimes and pennies. Has the numbers? Have you looked at the numbers on the back of it, Chrissy, or are you going to start doing it now? Maybe. A few years ago, I had a robin in my bush next to my front door. It let me take a few pictures up close before it flew away. That's definitely got to be a spiritual loved one. And when that happens, what's the first loved one that you think about with that? And I guarantee that will be exactly the right answer. Okay. We've got to trust our intuition. The first thing that you think about when you see a butterfly or a bird or something, it's like, who is this? Aha. Okay. Oh, lovely.
Hang on. There we go. Yeah, these were the raccoons that visited me. And they're just so cute. They're babies. I don't know how old they are, but spiritual interpretations, curiosity and exploration. Baby raccoons are naturally curious, so seeing them could be a sign to embrace your own inner child and explore new ideas or experiences. It also means nurturing in family. The presence of two young ones highlights themes of family, caring for others, and the joys and responsibilities of nurturing. It represents innocence and mischief. Raccoons are often seen as mischievous, and their babies embody this with a sense of innocent playfulness. This could be a reminder to find joy and humor in everyday life. They also represent new beginnings and growth. Seeing young creatures can symbolize new growth, fresh starts, and the potential for future development. And lastly, they represent adaptability. Raccoons are known for their adaptability, and seeing them thriving, even in unusual circumstances like daytime activity, can be a message to be adaptable in your own life.
I love it. Yeah. I think we all need to do this more, you know, start to notice when I first, I used to do kind of courses with my psychic development. I used to have newbies, like a beginners group, and then I had advanced. So I used to run two groups. And the beginners group was always, the first couple of lessons were always about watch out for synchronicities. because that starts your psychic development off. When you start to see that life isn't just 1D, 2D, 3D, there's so many more layers. And if we only start to notice these layers and start to, how do I feel? What does that tell me? Intuition, start listening to what's going on, what comes into your mind and why. When we start doing that, your psychic ability is going to fly. And the biggest thing I say to people is no more saying, I think. You've got to say, I am being told. I am being told. Because we say, I think, far too often when we know we've got the message from somewhere, whether that be our higher self or whether that is a spirit guide. It is, I am being told.
I just get downloads, so I know.
I know. Yep.
Yeah, I can't explain them, how or when, but they just happen.
That's it. Yes, I've had, Claudette says, yes, I've had a red cardinal sit on my big rock right when I'm pulling in the driveway from work. Oh, they are so beautiful.
The red cardinals are the males. I don't know why in most nature the males are the most beautiful. It shouldn't be that way. It should be the females, like in human
But
form.
the females have to allow the men to come in, and they're usually picky. The women are picky in, the females are picky in nature. They need to be a bit more picky in this life as well. We wouldn't have had so many heartbreaks, ladies,
I'm glad for everything that happened.
Stuff. Sorry, there you go.
I'm glad for everything that happened because it took this long for you and I to find each other.
Yeah, we both had to clear up karmic things. We had to, have relationships with people that, karmic. It's like, we might have done somebody wrong, and in this lifetime, we had to experience what that felt like, and so there's lots of different layers to it all, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Timing. Yeah, definitely.
So Linda said, I had a cow sit with me on a balcony for, I think, over half an hour.
A crow, not a cow.
Sorry, crow. I can't see. I'm having to go really close here. On a balcony for, I think, over half an hour for a few years ago. I have tuned into a crow saying to me, you are home. A lovely crystal and light worker did a live that day saying the...
I know where it's going.
Yeah, the same thing. I can't find it. I can't find the next bit, but we're presuming it says the same thing.
Well, I had a superpower conference, In5D superpower conference here in Sarasota, maybe 8 years ago or something like that. And we had a break and many of us went outside. And it was at a place that we rented called the Devon, Devyn. And a bunch of us were outside and all of these crows started circling the building and many of them landed on it. And of course, naturally, the first thing I'm going to do is look up the spiritual meaning of crows, transformation. So that's a pretty powerful sign that you got there, Linda.
That's lovely. I knew you was going to click off that. So I nearly did it myself and thought we're going to click it back off.
I know, I leave them up a long time too. I do the same thing.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So synchronicities is really, it's very interesting, I think. But also, the numerology side of things, we're going to be doing next week. So we're going to be working out our life path and and that sort of thing. Is that what we're going to do next week?
Yeah.
All together.
Yep.
Yeah. Find out what are, and obviously we can also, I mean, I'm going to say I will pick out some cards and do a few kind of like, pull a few cards for you as well on that premise as well, to see if we can find out what our life path is. So, yeah, I'll do that.
And what I'd like to do real quick right now is to go to our page here. Let me put this link in the chat if I can. Oh, I can't.
Yeah, so this is synchronicity. Whether or not you can find that your true love. Go to In5D Love Connections.
On Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. And, say hi to everybody on there, if you want to meet somebody, you definitely want to meet somebody who's got spiritual energy. It's really important to have that, to, because if you're spiritual, you can't have somebody who, is laughing at you, when you want to talk about your spiritual path, and you've got them kind of just belittling you. So the beauty of In5D is you've definitely got, these people, thanks to Gregg and his hard work with enlightening people. You've played a huge part in people's awakening over the years, and so you can actually see people meet other spiritual people. Okay, and I can't wait for this to happen. So don't be shy and put your photograph on In5D Love Connections.
And
just send it straight there.
These are some of the people that are already on there.
Yeah.
And we have Claudette, one of our moderators here on In5D, and there's
beautiful ladies.
Next up is your mother, Patricia. And we have Chris, who's here in the chat right now with us.
Chrissy.
And there's Gabby. And Jane in the UK. Yep. And then Jean.
Jean is also here in the chat as well. Jean.
And next up we have Tracy in the UK.
Yeah.
Right.
She's a friend of mine.
Patrice is in the chat with us right now.
She's in the chat. Yep.
Who told us the story about her brother throwing a rock at her sister's head.
Yeah.
And we have Natalie.
Yeah. Beautiful Natalie. She comes to Psychic Development.
Next is Lisa, who's here in the chat with us, as well as Linda.
And lovely Linda.
Lisa's here in Florida and Linda's up in Canada. And it doesn't matter where you're from. Allie's in the UK. I'm here in Florida. You're going to find that connection if it's meant to be. And then we have Terry. Who's here in the United States. And Sunny.
She's Gale. In the United States as well.
Okay. And Maureen.
There's Maureen, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely check it out and answer some icebreaker questions if you'd like. Yeah. And we have 90 members right now. Why not you if you're single and looking for a connection, a love connection? And that's what we do. In5D, I've always said, is about bringing spiritual family together. It's also bringing together love connections. We're doing what we can do to bring as many like-minded souls together as possible.
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes, when you meet somebody, it's like I've been on dating sites before, and although, you meet people and you think they're not for me, they're more of a friend, you can stay friends with these people. You can connect with them. I've got a dear friend that Gregg's now been introduced to, and we met on a date. But we've stayed friends, and he was I was going through a terrible family ordeal, and he was an absolute rock to my family. And you know who you are, Steve Mitchell, bless you. But he's remained friends. He comes on, he's been on Spirit Chat before, hasn't he?
Yep.
So it doesn't have to be awkward to stay friends with people, you know. And so it didn't work out romantically. You've met a really good friend. So, you know, spiritually, you've probably had many lives together. You know, otherwise, why do your paths cross? You know?
There are so many people out there that are looking for that one person, and
Yes.
in most cases that person's there. Sometimes that person is on the other side of the veil. They didn't incarnate with us, but
Yep.
that's what I thought until I saw Allie's picture on Facebook after she visited me in 2008. I didn't see her picture until, but that her picture was ingrained into my mind. And when I saw her like 12 years later on Facebook on a friend's page, Todd Medina's page, it just took my breath away. I'm like, oh my God, she's here. She incarnated. And at that point, it was, you know, after she stalked me in my dream, it was my job to stalk her back. And it was easy to do because, you know, I followed her on Facebook and sent her a friend request on. I'm sorry, I followed her on YouTube and then sent her a friend request on Facebook and scheduled a reading with her. And
We connected from that point.
how does that make you
100%.
feel? What do you
Yeah.
think of that? I would keep saying about her reading.
I was doing him a future reading, and I said to him, you know, over the next month or so, there's somebody who's very bubbly, happy-go-lucky character. I think there's romantic connection here, and this person's going to be coming into your life, and it's going to blow you away. It's going to be wonderful. And he just kept smirking at me like that. He kept smirking at me like that. And he said, and he leaned forward, he said, how do you feel about that, Ali? I looked at him, I thought, what's he talking about? This Adonis man is asking me what I think about that. I said, I'm happy for you. Of course I'm happy for you. But at that point, it hadn't been made 100% clear. He had been sending me hearts and things, you know, on lives and things like that I was going on. And when he sent me a friend's request, I showed his picture to my mom and my girls, and I said, look at this guy. He can't be interested, but he's doing loads of, you know, trying to get my attention and things I don't understand. I said, I'm not ready I'm not ready, you know. So I was like going, no, you know, like this. And so it was the only way he could come in, because I was so kind of like, I'd had terrible experiences, and when you actually then meet either online or you meet face to face, if the link is there, no matter how much you say I'm not ready, or, you know, I'm not looking or whatever, the magnetism is there. And it doesn't matter if you are, you know, here, you know, in the same country or the same town. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you might be like we are. You know, I know it's not everybody's dream to have a relationship that you know, we can't just see each other. But, you know, health has definitely come into the reason why we can't connect as often. I mean, quadruple heart bypass. What else have you had?
Yeah, diverticulitis, colostomy, reverse colostomy, incisional hernia, incidental appendectomy, stage 3 cancer, emergency gallbladder removal.
Anybody think there might be some interference going on? Maybe. Do you think? Maybe. Yeah. So anyway, but nothing's going to stop us from, you know, we're supposed to be, you know, together, energetically together, or here together.
The thing is, though, you missed an important part. Is I ended up building you a website, PsychicAlly.net. Why? Because I told you this specifically. I believe in you.
And then all the past lives suddenly went ding, 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 ding. I knew there was a connection after we finished the reading. And then he showed me how Zoom worked.
Yep.
Do you remember? You showed me
Yep.
how Zoom worked. So after the reading, we spent some more time together, and you showed me. You said you sent me a Zoom link, and then we went on to Zoom, and you showed me around Zoom. And
Yep.
he was definitely flirting with me. And so I thought, okay, I'll do a bit of flirting back, because I did like him, of course. What's not
Just
to
a
like?
little.
What's not
Just
like
a little.
to like? But I still could not believe that this man was interested. And so what I'm saying is our love story can happen to you. And so don't sit there and think, oh, I want to meet somebody, but I'm too frightened to put my photograph on In5D Love Connections. You might be missing out on something that you could regret. You know, we're giving you an opportunity to meet somebody spiritual. And so, you know, we just want this to be for you. Yeah.
It wasn't easy on my behalf because before you, I'm an introvert. I'm shy, and I'm an introvert. Basically, all the women I've dated made the first move on me. They came to me, which is what you did in my dream. But for me to actually in 3D to come after you, that was out of character for me. And I was in the same boat as you because I'm looking at you like, oh my God, she's hot. She's not going to want me.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it?
Yeah.
We are silly, aren't we? Because we were meant to be drawn together. So, you know, if you found love, you know, sometimes it's like, oh, I'm never going to meet anybody. I'm never going to meet anybody. And I'm going to say, you know, sometimes you can say, oh, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I've been single for 6 years. I've been single for 10 years. I'm going to say to you, when you did meet a very significant, you know, like a boyfriend, girlfriend, what was you doing when you woke up in the morning? I bet you nothing that spectacular. You never thought you could be meeting anybody that day. But when you went to bed that night, you went, oh, my giddy, something's happened. Okay, so it can happen at any point. And it's usually the universe say that's when your paths are going to cross, and that's it. So we want you to find that.
And honestly, we both feel incredibly blessed that we have each other in our lives right now. The odds of that happening were astronomical, but this can happen to you and you and you and you. If you're out there watching and you're single and this is what you want to invite into your life, you may want to consider, you know, before you go to bed, or even the first thing when you wake up, to have maybe your guides or angels or your posse, whatever that might be, to help assist you in making this happen. I know Allie did some things beforehand. She put it out there that she wanted to meet her other half, her significant other, and you
It took
still
10
have like
years
that,
after that.
but things had to happen in that
Mm-hmm.
meanwhile, you know. So
Yeah, it's true. It's absolutely true.
and let me just say this real quick, my love. Did you guys notice how thin Allie's face is getting? Look at her.
Oh, thank you. I'm still trying.
Yeah,
It
she's
fluctuates
lost a lot of
between
weight.
2.5 and 3. Well, 2.5 and 3 stone, and a stone is 14 pounds. But it's hard, and I can't at the moment afford the injections at the moment. So yeah.
I sent you a picture of before, like last year or something like that, and then one of last week, side by side. And I forgot what I said, but it was something along the lines of, look at the difference. Gorgeous in both pictures, and she is. She's always been the hottest goddess, no matter what her weight is, to me. Always.
Thank you,
It's true.
darling.
It's true. You're forever the hottest goddess.
We've got love goggles on for each other. We do. We do. We do. We do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's a few more messages just to catch up
Okay.
with things.
People notice.
So I noticed that this squirrel in the yard that lives in a big tree outside my door always watches me, and it's not afraid of me. You know, who's the first person that comes into your mind when you think of that? You know, who's that first person? So it usually is that spiritual person. I was walking my dog and a gust of wind blew over me. So I asked Grandfather Wind, do you have a message for me? I hear, yes, be careful. I continue to walk and a black dog jumped in front of me. Wow. You see, we've got to take notice of these things, don't we? Yeah. There's a hummingbird here. Oh, I started getting hummingbirds for a while when it was warmer, a week or so ago.
I wonder what the meaning of the hummingbirds are. I would definitely look that up, Patrice.
We don't have hummingbirds either, I don't think.
Aw. They're so cute. Their wings just...
No. They say it's like, how do they stay alive? There's a lot of like scientists can't work that out. So raccoons are so cute. They wash their food before they eat it. I saw a video where a raccoon kept trying to wash cotton candy.
Aw. I did not know that.
Darling? Are you pregnant? Because Franca says she thinks she might be pregnant because you've got raccoons.
No.
In which case, how does that happen? We haven't seen each other for 2 years.
They're baby raccoons anyway, so yeah.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah. Crows. Claudette, crows are amazing. We have 2 that brought their new babies to our house this year, and they could eat right out of my daughter's hand.
Aw. They're so smart too, and they're, like I said, they're a sign of transformation. But if you treat them nice, they'll want to be friends with you. They can even speak. They can talk words if you repeat them to them.
Yeah, they can. This is interesting comment here from Rob. The bright colours on the male are better noticed to distract attention from the nests. The females are better camouflaged. That makes sense. Thank you.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Patrice, yes, for the one-to-one readings, we're doing a like a clairvoyant mediumship demonstration on the 2nd of November. It's with a lovely medium called Jill Page. So there'll be 10 people invited in, and each one of those, it's a ticket price of £10. You will get a message from Jill. So she'll give you a mini reading. And yes, there are a few spaces left. So yeah, if you go to the website, PsychicAlly.net, and go to make a payment button and just write in there, what you want. So it's £10. It works out about $12, I think. So yeah, I'll put you down, Patrice.
Did you ever have this happen to you? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.
Yes, it really is painful and sore.
Yeah, I was just sticking out a little, so I tried to peel it off, and it got worse.
Ouch.
Yeah.
A bit of antiseptic cream stops it from stinging.
Okay.
Oh, there we go, Patrice. Yes, I'll put you down. Yeah, no worries. Oh, I think that's all we can. I think we've nearly caught up. Oh, there's a love story here. So the other night, I 100% had a visitation from my twin flame. He didn't talk. I just seen him standing, looking at me.
Oh,
And the
wow.
love I felt was overwhelming. I woke up and knew it was him. See, it can happen.
That's what happened
Claudette.
to me. That's exactly what happened with me with her. She came to me and I only saw her from her neck up, smiling. And but I guarantee with you, Claudette, it's the same as me. This person's face is ingrained into your mind. You'll never forget that face, and you'll know when you see him.
Yeah,
You'll know.
it's true. Just look, Steve's here. He said, "Did someone mention my name?"
Yep.
Yeah, Steve and I met on a date. We met on a date. I can't remember how many years ago. My kids were very, very young. And then something awful happened with our family and the children. And my children didn't trust any man, but they only trusted Steve and my brother. That was it. And so he was around at a wonderful time. So thank you, Steve. And I'm so happy that you got to see me meet this guy. So, yeah. It's lovely. So, yeah, we stay friends.
I get it. It's Allie and her kids and her mom have been through some issues, and they're not easy people to crack when it comes to trust and welcoming you in. So yeah, it says a lot about you.
Aww. Yeah, it's hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't keep reading. There's loads of messages. I think. Oh, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Sorry.
Okay.
I've been quietly following you to. Been quietly following you to since 2020. Ali, you do look a lot thinner. However, you're always so beautiful inside and out. Thank you.
I've been saying that for years. As
I'm
beautiful as
trying.
she is on the outside, even more beautiful on the inside.
I know Greg loves me no matter what, but I've got so much arthritis everywhere. It's difficult to walk. It's difficult, it's impossible to exercise. And so, yeah, it's hard. And also I've got thyroid issues. So there's so much going on. But yeah, I'm trying.
More to love. Even though it's not great things to love, I still love all of you exactly the way you are. I do.
Yeah, we don't love the arthritis.
How often do we say I do like that?
No.
Every day. How often do we
And
say
I
I do?
mean it when I say I do.
I do too.
Mean it.
Heck yeah.
I was on panel with you guys once. I went to Taurus 76 Rising. I was going through an awakening, and you two helped me tremendously. Oh, well, thank you for saying that. Of course, we try helping whoever we can.
Yep.
I shared
I don't specifically remember, but I'm glad you did.
But yes, yes. I'm. If I've honestly, I blink and it's gone. So, but love to you. Yes. Scary Halloween clown in our friends' chat is funny. I love the little memes and things. They're so good. Yeah. I think we're caught up, my love. Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. And then 2 more messages came up, but we might have to.
Oh, that's okay. What's going on with you?
With me, I've decided that up until the end of this year, I'm going to keep my prices the way they are. Oh, you've done it for me. Thank you. So they're going to stay at this price. Okay. I'm going to try and work out how I can do gift vouchers on the website. Okay. But if you do want a gift voucher up until this, you can pick a time because it makes you pick a time. Okay. But we can change that time depending on who you give the gift voucher to. Okay. So don't worry, book it for a couple of months on or something. But yeah, so gift vouchers for Christmas is a good idea. I'm going to keep that going up until the end of this year. And then they're not going up to what they were. They're just going to go up a little bit after the new year. Okay. But I just want to keep them down for a bit longer. And what else have I got going on? Yeah, there's lots of different, I've got Akashic Records classes coming up. The best way to find out what I've got going on is on Gregg's page, on In5D on Facebook. It's on there. On my Facebook page, Alison Jane's PsychicAlly, it's on there. Yeah, I think that's it really. Yeah, what's going on with you?
It's on there. It might be buried on your page a little, but
yes, bless my mama.
But just go to Allie's photos and you'll find it a lot quicker right there. That's the best way and the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, but it's on Gregg's as well.
So yeah, with me, like I said, we got In5D VIP. Join us there with a new edition with Allie's readings coming up. And for me on In5D Quantum Tie-Dye at in5d.net, I'm going to be putting out I have a number of shirts, probably about 80 of them or so, that I need to get pictures of and put out there. And I'm going to be selling them because they're in my room. And I just want to, from this point forward, just make all the shirts fresh from start. And I have a bunch of ones that I have already made, and I'm going to put them out there probably for like $22 a shirt. So it's going to be a great deal. It'd be a good time to, stock up if you have, if you want to buy some shirts for Christmas presents or whatever. And getting back to Allie and with PsychicAlly.net, also keep in mind too, Allie's going to be having her yearly readings coming up at the end of December.
Oh, yeah.
So you might want to start thinking about that. Here it is, closing in the middle of October. That might be something you want to look into. And Allie and I, of course, will be doing our New Year's Eve predictions. I think we've already had a number come true already this year from last New Year's Eve. So that's going to be fun as always. And what else? That's about it for me.
Yeah.
So.
With Gregg and I are doing past life regressions. So if you want to have a past life recall with Gregg and I, you can book that in on PsychicAlly.net. Yeah, so that would be something nice. And you also, if you wanted to do a gift voucher for that, for somebody for Christmas, you can do that. So yeah.
Here's another one, my love. Elizabeth, 2 nights ago, I felt a presence when I went to bed. I then saw the face of a gorgeous Indian man. We hugged and tears rolled down my face. I knew he was a flame from a previous lifetime.
Oh, that's so wonderful, Elizabeth. Oh, wow.
Yeah, our dreams are so powerful. I think Allie and I made that pact because I have this rare sleep anomaly. As a matter of fact, I'm having another sleep study done real soon. I have to go in and meet with the doctor on Friday, but I have a rare sleep anomaly where I instantly go into the dream state and I dream all night. I think that was part of the plan for Allie to make sure that when she visits me, no matter where I am on this planet, that I would remember her.
Yeah, because the other way around is definitely not going to happen with me. I don't remember anything.
How could I forget that face? No. Or that one.
Oh, thank you all for interacting with us. Thank you for your stories. We love this. It's really wonderful. And obviously, we'll let you know about the global predictions. We'll come on soon. Peace on Earth. That's what everybody's been wanting. I remember all the Miss Worlds, and everybody on there was like, "What do you want?" It's like, "I want world peace." We may be experiencing world peace in our lifetime. I want to say how wonderful it is that the peace deal has gone through with Trump and with the Middle East. It's pretty amazing. That is going to go down in history. Yeah,
Definitely. Although people on the left don't want to give him any credit for that.
No, but how can they not? They keep calling him a warmonger. He stopped wars.
Yep.
So peace through strength. Peace through strength.
Sarah's asking Halloween party. I can't. Well, unless it was
Not that
after.
day.
Yeah, I have a gig from 6 to 9. So unless it was a later party, but yeah, maybe we'll try to work something out. Who knows?
Yeah, we just might have to do it on a different day.
And remember, if you haven't liked, shared, or subscribed, please do all three. We greatly appreciate that. And next week, like we said earlier, we're going to be talking about numerology, and we're going to be doing life path numbers and all that fun stuff. So join us again here next week on.
And I could be pulling cards for you as well.
Right on. So on behalf of my hottest goddess, Allie, I'm Greg, and we're both sending you infinite love and light from our hearts to yours. Take care, everyone. Peace.
Go Chiefs.
Indeed. They finally won.